Namaskaram. I thank the Mel Harmony Foundation for this wonderful opportunity to speak about the great composer Shyama Shastri in this short session. My name is Dr.Renuka Suryanarayan from Chennai, India. I am a musician, journalist, and disciple of Sangeeta Samrat Chitravina Ravikiran sir. Decades ago, I trained under the great musician Sri Ravikiran sir. My special thanks are due to Vanitha Suresh for inviting me to do this talk on Shyama Shastri. Chandrapitam Chaturavadana Chanchala Pahagali Kundasmera Kuchabaranatam Kundasmeram Kuchabaranatam Kundalo Druta Branga Mararate Mararate Matanasikinau Mahamshanam Dipayante Kamakshim 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 Tam Kavikulakiram Kalpavalli Upase Kalpavalli Upase Ninnu vina gahamare dikevaru naru ninnu vina gahamare dikevaru naru ninnu vina gahamare dikevaru naru nikelalo kajanane naru bro chu దిక్కెవరు ఉన్నారు నీకే ఇలలో కహజనని నాను బ్రో చూడకు మరి దిక్కెవరు వనగభూషణుడే వనగభూషణుడే నా కాంచి ఏకామ్ర పన్నగభూషణుడే నా కాంచి ఏకామ్ర పతి మనోహారిణి శ్రీగా గహమరి దిక్కెవరు నారు నీకేలలో కహజనని నాను బ్రో చూడకు వినా గహమరి దిక్కెవరు పరమలోభులను పొగడి పొగడి అంబ పరమలోభులను పొగడి పొగడి అంబ పరమలోభులను పొగడి పొగడి అతి బామహరుడై దిరిగిరే రేగివే సరే స్థిరము లేక అతి శిరములే కయాది శపలుడై ఏదిన చింత తీర్చి వేగమే బ్రో చూడకు గహమరి దిక్కెవరు ఉన్నారు నీకేలలో కహజనని నాను బ్రో చూడకు వినా కహమరి దిక్కెవరు This Shyama Shastri composition, Ninnu Vinagamari. Who but you can protect me? Who but you can I turn to in distress? Is a salute to Goddess Kamakshi, the Bangaru Kamakshi. that I sang about at the beginning, a small shloka in prayer of Kamakshi. Why does he address Kamakshi? Shyama Shastri and Kamakshi, the entire Shastri family and Bangaru Kamakshi are inseparable for historic reasons. It is said that centuries before, the Shastri family forefathers were given the idol of Bangaru Kamakshi, a beautiful goddess, by Adi Shankara. And they were in Kanchipuram at that time. They were offering prayers to this goddess throughout. And when political tensions forced them to leave that place, they traveled to many places to protect the idol, basically. And finally, they arrived in Tanjavur, which is hundreds of miles away from Kanchipuram. Vishwanatha Shastri, Shyama Shastri's father, settled down in Tanjavur. He got the patronage of the Maratha ruler of Tanjavur at that time, Tulaja Maharaja, who built a temple for that beautiful golden Kamakshi that this family had with them. He gave them an abode right next to the Kamakshi temple. Gave them a whole Agraharam, that is a street, and several lands just to protect that goddess. Shyama Shastri was born into that family, to Vishwanatha here, and naturally he was straight directly into that devotion of the goddess Kamakshi. It is said that the temple, I have seen it, it's that beautiful tranquil temple in Tanjavur, the south of India, in the delta regions, and right next to the temple is the Shastri abode. So he used to do the rituals, and after the rituals he used to sit there and sing, tears rolling down his eyes, they say. Shyama Shastri's compositions stand out for this absolute feeling of oneness with the goddess Kamakshi, a direct address to the goddess Kamakshi. Almost most of his 300 compositions that he is believed to have composed were in praise of this Kamakshi, and he talks to her as if he were a child addressing his mother. The great musician and composer Shyama Shastri was born in Tiruvarur and lived between 1762 to 1827. Tiruvarur, according to me, is the Austria of India, where great composers were born and flourished. The area is surrounded by temples. So it was that Shyama Shastri once had a dream that he should go to Meenakshi temple of Madurai, a few hundred miles away. So he did go there, and I am going to talk about his Navaratna Malika on Meenakshi, 9 gems. Those are compositions on Meenakshi. Before I talk about his classic Swarajatis. The Meenakshi Navaratna Malika, only 7 are available to us, and you can see how each one is such a masterpiece. It has this piece, Saroja Dalanetri, that you heard during the Mel Harmony presentation of the Shyama Shastri Shubhat Mel Harmony Festival. That is one of the gems of the Meenakshi Navaratnam. Sarojadala netri himagiri putri. That is there. And then another gem from that collection, the composition for Meenakshi. Meena Lochana Brohova. A beautiful composition in the Raga Danyasi. We have many pieces in that collection. The one that is unparalleled in that raga is Mayamma. Mayamma yaninne pilachite matlada Ambama Yoma Yanine. And so we come to his favorite home goddess, Kanchi Kamakshi, who was later in Tanjavur. He has sung so many kritis in praise of her, almost every one of them, except a few which were in praise of some other goddesses in the nearby temples. For example, a classic one is Talli nilnu nera nammiyul nanu venave talli ninnu nera. It is possible to speak about Shyama Shastri's kritis throughout the day and still not be satisfied, because each one of them a classic. So I will launch on his Swarajatis, which are precious in his collection. There are 3 Swarajatis. Shyama Shastri composed forms called Varnams, Kritis and Swarajatis. So we have in Bhairavi Amba Kamakshi. Ka ma kshi amba anudinamu maravakane. He has multiple charanams in this composition. It begins with the lower C and moves up to the higher C or the upper Sa. For example, first one Sharanam is Sa Re Ni Sa Re Ni Re Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Pa Ta Ni Ga Ri Ka Ma Shi Kundaradana Kuvaraya. The last charanam in that series goes to the upper Sa. Sa Ga Re Sa Re Sa Re Ni Da Ma Pa Da Ni Da Ni Sa. So the lyrical lines for that go: Shyama Krishna Sakhodari Shiva Shankari Parameshwari. Shyama Krishna was a composer, Shyama Shastri's signature. That signature can be found in many of his compositions. He used to have multiple charanams in his compositions. So also his composition stood out for the listener on 3 planes. Rasa, Artha and Laya. Rasa is the emotional content, the direct address to the goddess, speaking so emotively, involving the listener emotionally in the composition immediately. Artha, the meaningful lyrics, so soulful and full of all the prosodical beauties. And then Laya, and that's the point I want to talk about. Shyama Shastri was known for his intricacies of Laya, which he interwove into the compositions without marring the melodic content. In the Kriti that I demonstrated, Ninnu vinna kaha mare tikevaru naru taka taka takita taka taka takita. He had the Viloma Chapu going on there, a slightly intricate version of the 7-beat Talam, Chapu Talam. It was a Viloma Chapu Talam. And that Kriti was set in Raga Purvi Kalyani. So his Kritis would have Madhyama Kalam, that is fast-paced lines after sedate lines, adding to the allure of the composition. Then it would have Swara Sahityam, meaning lines of solfa syllables with matching verses. For example, one of the Meenakshi Kritis, Mahari ve re re kati yo varam ma mahari. In that he has this Swara Sahityam, the solfa syllable and the matching verse. Pa da pa ma ga ma ga re ga ma pa ga ma pa. Pa da yugamu madilo dalachi kohoriti ni pa da yugamu. So it goes on for about 4 lines like that. So these are all extremely special beauties to Shyama Shastri compositions, which reflected in the legacy of his son's compositions and also his grandson's compositions. His son was Subbaraya Shastri, illustrious composer, though it is said he composed about 12 compositions, but each one to be counted among the best in that raga. What was special about Subbaraya Shastri was that he was not only his father's disciple, he was sent to learn music from Tyagaraja himself, one of the musical trinity. And then he also learned from Muthuswami Dikshitar, another of the musical trinity, it is said. So an amalgam of all those beauties came together in his compositions. For example, this one that I am going to demonstrate, a Subbaraya Shastri Kriti in Begada. It has a special fast-paced line in between and also the Swara Sahityam, solfa syllables with the matching lines of verses. Of course, in praise of Goddess Kamakshi, Shankarini, Amba Shankari ne, Amba Shankari ne, Amba Shankari ne, Amba Shankari ne, ಅಂಬ ಶಂಕರಿ ನೀ ಅಂಬ ಶಂಕರಿ ವನಿ ನೀನು ಸಂದತಮು ಕೋರಿ ವಚಿತಿ ಶಂಕರಿ ವನಿ ನೀನು ಸಂತತಮು ಕೋರಿ ವಚಿತಿ ಶಂಕರಿ సంకటము దీర్చి బ్రోచుట ఇంకెవరు నా సంకటము దీర్చి బ్రోచుట ఇంకెవరు నా సంకటము దీర్చి బ్రోచుట ఇంకెవరు నారిలలో సంకటము దీర్చి బ్రోచుట ఇంకెవరు నారిలలో శంకర సంభవ సనుత పాలించు కామాక్షి సాగా వినేద పస సగరిగా మాధప మగరే సస వినేద విస సగరిగా మా పద పస నిరిస మహరిస వినేదప మాప గరిస వినేదప మగరిస శంకరి వని నిన్ను సంతతము కోరి వచితి శంకరి కనకాదృశదన దీన జనరక్షకి అనుచూను సనకాది మునువులెల్ల భజన చేయుజు టకను మునుమోపుని బ్రోచినదెల్లను చాలా వినివచిది వినుమగనుమా నిను నవ్వు వినబడను రక్షింపశ్రీ కాంగ చిసదన సురదన రా కాశ శివదన రావే కోకిలని మృదుల కథనకో వినవరములో సగి పుడు పరాగు చాలు పరాగు పరం పరమ కృపానిధిని శంకరి వని నిన్ను సంతతము కోరి వచితి శంకరి So that beautiful piece contains the essence of that raga Begada, and it is set to Rupaka Tadam. Shubraya Shastri had several beautiful pieces like this. Another one is Venkata Shailavi Hara Neve Gati Brobara. So this raga is Hamir Kalyani, and Shubraya Shastri brings out the very essence of that raga in this composition. That brings us to Shyama Shastri's adopted grandson, Annasamy Shastri. Annasamy Shastri was also a composer in his own right, with some beautiful compositions. Experts say he composed about 12 compositions, and 2 of them were Varnams, they say. I'll demonstrate one beautiful composition of Annasamy Shastri. It's in Raga Saranga and it's set to a cycle of 8 beats, Aditala. Shika Mahakshi Mahampa Shika Mahakshi Mahampa Shika Shimam Pahi Aumba Shika Mahakshi Mahampa Shika Shimam Pahi Aumba Shika Mahakshi Ekaham Breswari Bhuvaneshwari Bhageshwari Sevite Bharade Vate Nisarisasa Mapada Papa Sani Risa Hamadapa Nirani Padapa Mapadani Sagarisa Nirinida Padapa Ma Padani Sadapama Pamari Kahama Shika Magakshi Itara Janani Tava Padayuha Drida Bhakti Ajnana Vipina Vishaya Vyagra Pita Jame Amba Patita Pavani Bhakta Palini Parameshwari Sudasena Ni Pashankusha Japa Vanadaharini Srinagara Vasini Suvasini Nisarisasa Mapada Papa Sani Risa Pamadapa Nirani Padapa Mapadani Sagarisa Nirinida Padapa Ma Padani Sadapama Papamari Kahama Shika Magakshi Mahapa Shika Shima Pahi Aumba Shika Magakshi So here we have him singing in praise of Kamakshi once again, following in the steps of his grandfather Shyama Shastri in the way in which the composition is composed. Once again having the rasa, artha and laya beauties built into the composition. We cannot complete this discussion without talking about the scores of wonderful musicians who brought these treasures of the Shastri family to to us through the centuries. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. This is Dr. Renuka Suryanarayan signing off.